Good afternoon, students. Let us start this session for the preparation of maths regarding KCET 2021. So now I wish to start with the topic sets, relations and functions. So as it is, sets, relations, functions is combination of both first year and also second year. Okay, as it is somewhat lengthy in one class to complete these topics. So today we will complete the topic of sets and also relations. That functions topic we will cover tomorrow. See, based on the sets and relations we will discuss some concept theory and also some MCQs. Regarding that, you are going to write exam today. Tomorrow we will discuss that functions remaining part. Okay, as we are going to write, as you are going to write that KCET, as all are MCQs only, but learning and remembering that theory concept will be useful to solve that what do you mean by those MCQs questions. So for that, let us discuss theory part in very quick manner so you can answer those MCQs very easily. So let us start with the concept of sets. Students, if I write all those concepts in this paper now, it will take some time. Okay, so that's why I have the concept book. So I will show that theory concepts. So you can, if you want, you can take the screenshot also. See, now we'll discuss the concepts. See, as you know that sets, relations and functions is related to algebra, but it will be useful for calculus part. You know, calculus part is nothing but continuity, differentiability, integrals. Okay, these functions we will use in continuity and differentiability. So before learning that calculus part, we need to thorough with this algebra, sets, relations and functions. Now let us start with the definition of a set. A set is a well-defined collection of objects is called a set. So in this set we have different types of sets. Okay, let us discuss those like equal set, subset and a proper set and a power set, and still we have equivalent set, singleton set and a null set and all those. So when it comes to equal sets, if A and B are equal, we will consider as equal sets. When it comes to equivalent set, that they did not given here, but equivalent sets means n of A is equal to n of B, then that we will consider as equivalent sets, right? Now here, and again singleton set. Singleton set means a set contains one element we will consider as singleton set. Null set is nothing but null set or empty set we will represent with empty flower brackets or with 5. Okay, now when it comes to subsets and power set, these two are very important. Okay, whenever we are going to write any examination regarding sets and relations and functions. So here subset is nothing but when we will consider A is a subset of B, means if every element of A in B, A is also in B, then we will consider as A is subset to B. Okay, that we will represent with this formula. Okay, whenever in these subsets, when we will consider it as a proper subset, means if A is subset are equal to B and A not equal to B, then A is called proper subset of B, and sometimes we will call that B as what? That B as superset of A. Okay, whenever A is proper subset of B, then B is called superset of A. That we will represent with this reverse symbol. Okay, now when it comes to power set is also an important for MCQs. Based on that power set they will ask MCQs based on number and how to write that power set they will ask. So power set is nothing but set of all subsets of a given set is called the power set of A. That we will represent with P of A. Okay, now now they will ask questions like if A contains n element, then the number of possible subsets of A is 2 power n. If A is contains m subsets means 2 power m, like that. Now here you see, then the number of all possible proper subsets. What are proper subsets? Whenever A subset to B except A not equal to B, remaining all are proper subsets. So here number of proper subsets means out of all the subsets like 2 power n, if we remove that one, then we will get number of possible proper subsets. Okay, If they ask improper subsets, it will be equal to 1, okay, for any set. Now we have some operation of sets. It will be like A union B, A intersection B, A minus B, and A delta B. Here A delta B we can also call it as symmetric difference, guys. Symmetric difference we can also represent with A delta B also. That also we have discussed in first year. If you have those maths notes, once you can refer those. So that we will represent it A delta B, which is nothing but A minus B union B minus A. So if you want that representation of that, so here I will draw. If A and B are two sets, okay, this is called A minus B and this is called B minus A. Combination of these two will consider as symmetric difference, nothing but A delta B. And particularly this part we will write it as A minus B, which is nothing but A intersection B dash. This part we will consider as B minus A, or sometimes we can also write as B intersection A dash. Okay, these notations also you need to remember carefully. Now, and again, for example, if we have a single set like A, okay, A dash, okay, here A dash is nothing but U minus A, okay, phi dash is nothing but U minus phi, which is equal to U. Okay, these type of notations also you need to remember. Okay, those I will show here. You can take screenshot and you can learn. See those laws like A union B is equal to B union A, and A intersection B equal to B intersection A, and the formulas here we have. Okay, observe all this. Here this is A minus B intersection B is equal to empty set, and again most important, these are De Morgan's laws. Those are A union B whole dash equal to A dash intersection B dash, A intersection B whole dash equal to A dash union B dash. Okay, these type of formulas also we have. That if you have those concept book or theory books, once you refer all this. Next in these sets, now we will start with that relation. Before that relation we have a concept like Cartesian product. Cartesian product is nothing but if A that will represent with A cross B. See, I will write here and I will show. Will represent with A cross B. Like for example, n of A is equal to 2, n of B is equal to 3. Then here n of A cross B is equal to, it is very simple, n of A into n of B, which is equal to 2 into 3, which is equal to 6. So this is number of elements in that Cartesian product. But Cartesian product means like order pairs we will have. Like for example, A is equal to 1 comma 2, B is equal to 3 comma 4. Then Cartesian product A cross B will write it as order pair 1 comma 3, 1 comma 4, and 2 comma 3 and 2 comma 4. Only in this order only you will write. This is the Cartesian product of A cross B. So by here clearly you can observe that A cross B is not equal to B cross A, but n of A cross B is equal to n of B cross A. Okay, remember these two. Now, see in this Cartesian product, after that we have, see here, binary relations, we have identity relations, we have universal relations, we have, and the most important you have learned this, that like reflexive, symmetric and transitive, and now you will learn anti-symmetric relations also. See guys, in relations, okay, see I will consider an example so that you can understand easily. If A is equal to 1 comma 2 comma 3, A is equal to 1 comma 2 comma 3, if I write capital A is equal to 1 1 2 2 and 3 3, this relation we will consider as identity relation. We will represent as capital I, here A. So this is identity relation. Identity relation means whatever the numbers will be there in that set, all these like reflexes should be there. 1 1 2 2 3 3. Only those only should be there. We should not have any excess elements. Okay, then we will consider as identity relation. So sometimes we can call this as also a reflexive relation. So if you observe R2, I will consider a relation which is 1 1 2, 2, 3, 3, and I will write 1, 2. This is reflexive relation. See, reflexive means what? Reflexive means what? All the elements, those reflexes should be there. Here 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. After 3, 3, if any elements will be there or not, it doesn't matter. If those reflexes are there, then we will consider as a reflexive relation. But identity relation means what? Only those only should be there. That is the difference between identity relation and reflexive relation. Now when it comes to symmetric, okay, for that symmetric I will give one example. Like R3 is 1, 2 and 2, 1. Okay, this is an example for symmetric relation. Symmetric relation means what? Whenever we have if x, y belongs to R, it should be implies like y, x belongs to R. Okay, this is a condition for symmetric relation. Next, for transitive. Okay, you all well known about this transitive. For that condition is, if x, y belongs to R, y, z belongs to R, then it should have x, z belongs to R. You all know about this. And again another condition also we have, that is if x, y, if x, y belongs to R, y, z does not belongs to R, then x, z is also does not belongs to R. Okay, this is another condition for another important relation, that is anti-symmetric relation. Anti-symmetric relation. See, in PU you have learned only these, like identity relation, reflexive, symmetric and transitive. But we also have anti-symmetric relation. For that condition also we have as like x, y belongs to R means y, x belongs to R. Like that conditions we have now. For that anti-symmetric relation also we have relation we have, that is like if x is in relation with y, okay, and y is in relation with x, where a is equal to b only. See, here condition is for symmetric. You see, if x, y belongs to R, y, x, like reverse it we should have, right? If 1, 2 is there means 2, 1 we should have, but 1, 2 should not be equal. Here condition is x not equal to y. That is a symmetric. But here for anti-symmetric, the relation will be like x relation with y and y relation with x. That means here x, y should be equal. Okay, then only those only will consider as anti-symmetric relation. Like if x belongs to y, or like x, y belongs to R, y, x belongs to R, that means x should be equal to y. This is one condition for anti-symmetric. Another condition is if x, y does not belongs to R, y, x does not belongs to R, then x should not be equal to y. This is another condition for anti-symmetric. Based on these also they may ask questions. Okay, these are the types of relations. We should be well known about this. Now see, once again, if you observe, if you want you can check once again, or if you want you can take screenshots of this also, regarding sets, subsets, equal sets, and again proper set, power set, and operation of sets. Okay, and symmetric difference and the loss of operations also we have discussed. See here De Morgan's laws and important results. See these through using Venn diagrams also we can solve. Otherwise, if they given sets like a equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like that also we can solve. And regarding here Cartesian product of sets, relation, and identity relation, universal, reflexive, symmetric, transitive, anti-symmetric, and equivalence. Equivalence means, you know, equivalence means whenever a relation which satisfies reflexive, symmetric, transitive means we will consider it as an equivalence relation. Based on equivalence relation or any type of relation, they may ask MCQs here. Okay, here reflex means what? IA which is subset are equal to, or okay, it is okay. And symmetric means another condition. You see, symmetric means if R inverse is equal to R, then we will consider as symmetric relation also. Nothing but if A is 1, 2, 2, 1, if it is a symmetric, those you reverse, again we will get same relation. That only will consider as symmetric relation. Remaining about functions we'll discuss tomorrow. Now before see, after the theory concept, now I have prepared some 20 questions for you. We'll solve those 20 questions starting from easy to a little bit medium. See, in these sets and relations we won't have difficult questions. We'll have easy questions and medium questions. Okay, let us solve those all 20 questions, starting with question number 1, guys. See here, very simple question. If A and B are two sets, then A intersection of A intersection B whole dash is equal to. See, if you want to write perfectly without doing any mistake, we can draw a Venn diagrams. Okay, then we can solve very easily. See, these all we can solve within 30 seconds. Then only you can save the extra time for remaining whenever we have difficult questions in this CET. Okay, first of all I will draw this A intersection B whole dash. This is A intersection B part. For this A intersection B part, whole dash is nothing but except that. Okay, except that remaining part we will consider as A intersection B whole dash. Now what they ask for with this A intersection B whole dash, what is intersection? Intersection with A. Okay, intersection with A part. Okay, we don't have any common lines that they are given here. So actually what we got is A minus B, or nothing but A intersection B part we got after solving this one, right? After solving this one we got either A minus B or A intersection B dash, but that is not there in these first three options, so the answer is none of this. See, by using Venn diagrams you can solve these type of questions easily. Next, second question. If A is any set, okay, if A is any set, then A union A dash, okay, I will consider as set A. Okay. This part is A, except this remaining we will consider as A dash, right? A union A dash, this is A, union of A dash is universal set actually, but here they are given empty set, so this is wrong. This is correct actually. Okay. And then here A intersection A dash, this is A and this is intersection. So intersection should be empty set, but they are given universal set. So here the correct answer is option B. Next, third question. If A and B be any two sets, then A union B whole dash. So this is nothing but De Morgan's law. Okay, that you remember. A union B whole dash means for this opposite we will get like A dash intersection B dash. Again, if they ask like A intersection B whole dash, that will be equal to A dash union B dash. This will consider as De Morgan's law that you need to remember. So these are the first three questions. Okay. Next, slowly we will increase that level. Okay. Now fourth question. Let U is equal to, they are given a set like 1 to 10 numbers they are given, and capital A is 1 to 5 and capital B 6, 7. Then A intersection B dash they have asked. A intersection B dash. So you need to remember that A intersection B dash is nothing but A minus B only. See, what is A given? 1, 2, 5, and B is what? 6, 7. From this A 1 to 5, if you delete 6, 7, nothing but 1, 2, 5 minus 6, 7. So there is no common element here. Common elements of B in A we don't have, so that set will be equal to A only. Okay, option A. If they given instead of A intersection B dash, if they given B intersection A dash, then the formula is B minus A. Okay, remember this. Next question. Let A and B be two sets, okay, in the universal set, then A minus B is equal to, so the same formula here what we have used, A minus B is nothing but A intersection B dash. If they ask B minus A means B intersection A dash. Next question. Two sets A and B are disjoint if they given IFF is nothing but double implies. From both sides it should satisfy. Two sets A and B are disjoint if, when? Disjoint means what? Intersection should be equal to empty set. So here A union B is empty set? No. Okay. Union intersection should be empty set, right? That is the meaning of disjoint. Okay. Next, seventh question. Okay, if you want, you can pause the video and note down the question and you can solve. Otherwise, listen this class. After this, I will give you an assignment, right? That you practice well. Okay. Now, which of the following is a null set? Which of the following is null set? Is it null set? No. Containing one element. This is singleton set. Next, here, for all x says that x is greater than 0 or means either this or this. Greater than 0 means all positive values, less than 0 means all negative values. This is not null set. Next, here, x square equal to 4. That means what about x? X may be plus or minus 2 or x equal to 3. This is not a null set. But here if you observe, x square plus 1 equal to 0, x square equal to minus 1, then x is square root of minus 1. Okay, this we will consider as I, which is complex number but is not real number. Okay, then which of the following is null set means this is a null set. Next question. If A is subset or equal to B, then A intersection B is equal to. Here A subset or equal to B means every element of A is also present in B. That means if it is A, for example, if it is A and if it is B, if every element of A is also an element in B, nothing but A subset or equal to B, then A intersection B is equal to. See, the common part between these two is what? A. If they ask A union B, then it will be equal to B. Okay. If they ask, see here, according to this, A intersection B is nothing but A. If they ask A union B means it will be equal to B. Okay. Next, here, if next question, ninth question. If A and B are any two sets, then A union of A intersection B is equal to A. See here, if this is A and this is B and this is intersection part. If you do A union A intersection B, A union A intersection B, nothing but A only. But if they ask like A intersection of A intersection B, this is A and this is A intersection B. For this means it will be like A intersection B, if it is intersection. Otherwise, if they ask union like A union of A intersection B, it will be equal to A. Otherwise, if they ask B union of A intersection B, it will be equal to B. Okay. If they ask B intersection of B intersection A, it will be equal to A intersection B only. These also you can remember. Okay. These are the first nine questions. Now we will go to next question, that is question number 10. If R is a relation from a finite set A having m elements to a finite set B having n elements, then the number of relations from A to B is number of relations. See here, I will write these formulas. Number of relations from A to B or B to A, that will be equal to 2 power n of A into n of B, nothing but number of elements into number of elements in B, A into number of elements in B. These are number of relations. If they ask number of empty relation, when it comes to empty relation, there will be only one relation. Now if they ask number of non-empty relation, okay, then from this total number of relations, like if it is, see here the question they ask, in set A we have m elements, in set B we have n elements, then the total number of relations formula 2 power n of A into n of B, that means it will be equal to 2 power mn. But if I am telling that if they ask number of non-empty relations, that means out of total we need to delete that one empty relation, it will be equal to 2 power mn minus 1 when if they ask non-empty relation. So according to this given question, number of relations from A to B is 2 power mn. Next question. Students, concentrate. Okay, you are not wasting the time, you are utilizing the time only. Okay, Listen carefully. Now here in the set capital A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a relation capital R is defined by capital R relation they have given, like order pair x comma y such that x comma y belongs to A and x less than y. Then they are asking what is R. See, these questions are you are familiar with. Why? Because when we are doing PU revision, you have done so many problems regarding these relations for 3 marks, right? So these are also similar to that only. See, if x is less than y according to this given set, what is R? See, x less than y means we cannot take 1 comma 1, right? 1 comma 1 does not belongs to R. That means not reflexive. When comes to symmetric, if 1 comma 2 belongs to R, isn't it or not? X less than y means 1 is less than 2, but 2 comma 1 is does not belongs to R. Why? Because 2 is cannot be less than 1, so it is not a symmetric also. But if we consider 1 comma 2 belongs to R and 2 comma 3 belongs to R, as 1 is less than 2 and 2 less than 3, 1 comma 3 belongs to R, which we will consider as transitive. Okay, they will give the relations in terms of either set builder form, or sometimes they may ask like in a roster form also. We need to identify which type of relations those are. Next, another important question. See, this question I have observed in previous year, like 14 or 15. Okay, I did not remember, but this is an important question. You see, instead of x comma y, they have given in terms of alpha and beta to confuse, to think some more time instead of writing directly. See here, let capital A denote the set of all straight lines. Okay, in a plane we have a capital N means set of all straight lines. Let a relation capital R be defined by, that relations they are given. You see, whenever we have alpha is in relation with beta, alpha is perpendicular to beta, then where alpha and beta are lines, then R is what? Here condition given is perpendicular. You know, reflex means what? Both should be satisfy the given condition. What is the condition? Perpendicular. That means if we consider like alpha comma alpha, alpha comma does not belongs to R. Why? Because same lines cannot be perpendicular, so it is not reflexive. When it comes to symmetric, if alpha comma beta belongs to R, beta comma alpha is also belongs to R. As this line is perpendicular to this line also will be perpendicular to this only. So it is symmetric. But when it comes to transitic, in a 3 marks question you have solved perpendicular conditionally transitive condition satisfy agala. Why? Because if it is first line perpendicular to second line and the second line is perpendicular to third line, then first and third are not perpendicular. Therefore it is not transitive. Therefore whenever we have perpendicular condition, that is example for symmetric. Make a note of it. Next, 12 questions we have completed. Now we will start with question number 13. See, this is also an important question, important model, not like important model, based on that irrationals. Okay, irrational and rational, they may ask question. For real numbers x and y, we write x is in relation with y, where x minus y plus 2 is an irrational number. Okay, x minus y plus 2 is an irrational number. Okay, is it reflexive or not? Let us check first of all. First condition, if I take x comma x, okay, belongs to that nothing but substitute here. What is the condition? X minus y plus 2 should be irrational. If I substitute x comma x, here condition is x minus y. I will substitute x minus x plus root 2. X minus x cancel, root 2 we got. Is root 2 rational number? No. Is root 2 is an irrational number. Okay. So whenever we substitute that same numbers, we will get irrational numbers. So it is an reflexive. If you take symmetric, if you check the condition for symmetric, it won't satisfy. Okay. Why? Because they are given x and y are real numbers. If you take any two real numbers, it won't satisfy for symmetric condition. Okay. Why? Because we know that may some of the numbers may satisfy it as an irrational, but all the real numbers should satisfy, then only it will be symmetric. But most of the numbers won't satisfy. But if you take same numbers like x and x, 1 1 2 2 3 3, it will satisfy. That's why it will consider as reflexive relation. Next, question number 14. Let capital X given 1 2 3 4, capital Y 1 3 5 7 9. Which of the following relation is from X to Y? Now this is a example for roster form, right? See, I will check the conditions first here. Except that first option, I will check B, C, D options here. Which is a relation they are asking. Relation means what? If I write order pair X comma Y, if it is a relation means what? First element should be belongs to first set, second element should be belongs to second set. That only we should consider. They did not mention any relation like reflexive or symmetric or transitive. Just they asked that it is a relation or not. Okay. If you observe this option B, 1 1 2 1 3 3, okay, 4 3 5 5. If you observe this 5 5, whenever we have order pair in a relation, first element should be belongs to first set, second element should be belongs to second set. But here first element 5 does not belongs to here, so option B not. And again in second 5 comma 7, 5 does not belongs to first set. And again in third relation 1 comma 3, 2 comma 5 and 2 comma 4. If you observe this, 4 does not belongs to the second set. Now the answer is option A. Why that option A means y equal to 2 plus x we can consider. Okay, 1 plus 2, 3 we have, 2 plus 2, okay, 4, nothing but which will satisfy, that only we should take, right? Okay, this is about question number 14. These three doesn't satisfy, so the answer is question number 14. Now question number 15. Let R be a relation defined in the set of real numbers. See the condition given, 1 plus AB greater than 0, then R is which type of relation they are asking. Okay, we will check reflexive, symmetric and transitive and all those. Reflexive. If I consider same, okay, same condition like A comma A for checking reflexive. Why? Because equivalence is there now, we need to check reflexive also. If I consider A comma A, relation will be 1 plus A into A square greater than 0. This is correct only. You see, 1 is greater than 0 and any square is also greater than 0. Okay, this is always greater than, that means it is reflexive. Like if A comma B greater than belongs to R, A comma B belongs to R implies B comma is also belongs to R. Why? Because if 1 plus AB greater than 0, then 1 plus BA is also greater than 0. So therefore it is symmetric. Here it is reflexive. And it also will satisfy transitive also. We can identify easily. If A comma B belongs to R, B comma C belongs to R, and A comma C belongs to R. See, in competitive exams, no need to write all those. But for your understanding, I am writing each and everything. See, by seeing the question only, you need to identify. Substitute for reflexive, substitute A comma A, 1 plus A square greater than 0 reflexive, AB greater than 0, then BA is also greater than 0. Symmetric like that, you need to do it fast. Next, 16th question. Which of the following relations on capital R is equivalence? You know that equivalence means which should satisfy all those relations. See, we know that perpendicular condition is not equivalence. Why? Because it doesn't satisfy reflexive and also transitive. Right? And again, if you observe less than condition, it is not reflexive. So this is also not. But if you observe the option B, so it also won't satisfy all these three relations. But here mod x equal to mod y will satisfy all those relations. So we will consider as equivalence relation. So if you take any two numbers like 2 comma 2, that means mod 2 is equal to mod 2, which will satisfy. Like that, it is an equivalence relation. Why? Because mod x equal to mod y, we will get equal values. Okay. So this is question number 16. See, last 4 questions we have. Those are like question number 17, 18, 19 and 20. These are also important and also easy questions, not like easy, medium questions. See here, question number 17. So this is also previous year question only. 2 points P and Q in a plane are related if OP is equal to OQ, where O is a fixed point. This relation is O another fixed point. Okay, O is fixed point if OP is equal to OQ. This is O and this is P and this is Q. So here what is the relation is equal. Whenever if we take any 2 points, we should get equal. For reflexive agbekandre we should take 2 equal points like O comma O. O comma O idre relation idralli OO is equal to OO. So it reflexive agutte. Next, when we check for like symmetry condition, OP equal to OQ agidre OQ is equal to OP agutte. As OP is equal to OQ, similarly OQ is also equal to OP. Then it will be symmetric also. But what they said, reflexive but symmetric, symmetric but not transitive. So let us check transitive also. If OP is equal to OQ and OQ is equal to OR, implies OP is equal to OR. This also it will satisfy. So we will consider it as an equivalence relation. Okay. Whenever we have equal conditions, we will get equivalence relations only. Next one, 18th. Capital A given and relation in roster form they have given, that we need to identify which type of relation it is. See, 2, 3, 4, 5 means first for reflexive 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5. It is there. So first of all, it is every reflexive relation, that means option A, B, C, any one of that we may get. Next, symmetry condition we will check. 2, 3 is there, that means 3, 2 we should have. Here we have, yes. 3, 5 we have. 5, 3 we have. Yes, we have. That means it is reflexive and symmetric. Let us check about transitive. Transitive means here now you see here 2, 3 and 3, 5. For transitive andre, if 2, 3 is there and 3, 5 is there, then what we should have is 2, 5. But that is not there in this given relation. So it is not transitive. So therefore answer is reflexive and also symmetric. It's last 2 questions. After this I will send the assignment questions, that also you practice. Let capital A and capital B are 2 sets having 3 elements in common. Common means it may be like, see here for example n of A is equal to 5 elements, means it will be like A, B, C, D, E, and a capital n of B given 4, that means like A, B, C, F, like this. Common elements how many are we have? 3. That means here n of A cross B intersection n of B cross A is n of A cross B intersection B cross A. Okay. This we can divide like n of A cross B intersection n of B cross A. Okay. In this intersection, so here directly we can write this as 3 into 3, which is equal to 9. Why? Because in n of A cross B, how many elements we will have? See, 5, 4, 20 will be there. But what are the common elements we have is only 3. So out of in this n of A cross B and also n of B cross A, what we need is common elements. Common elements means what? Only 3 we have. So here also 3, here also 3. So 3 into 3 it will be equal to 9. Okay. Last question. Capital R is a relation on capital N given by capital R is equal to x comma y such that 4x plus 3y is equal to 20. See, these type of questions are very easy but little bit confused. Why? Because you need to identify the given relation also. See, that means very simple. These questions are like substitute the given order pairs in that relation, which will give us that equal sign value of that RHS. That is the correct answer. But here if you observe, minus 4 comma 12. If you substitute, 4 into minus 4 is minus 16 plus 3 into 12 which is 36, which is equal to 20. Here also 20. This is first option. Second option you check, 4 into 5 20 plus 3 into 0 0, which is equal to 20. Option B are also getting 20. But here what we need to observe is the given relation. R is a relation on n. N means relation on n means what? Natural numbers to natural numbers only. That means here no negative number will be there, no 0 also will be there. So directly we can eliminate these two options. Next, 3 comma 4 you check. 4 3s 12 plus 3 4s 12, which is not equal to 20. So obviously this will be the right answer without checking also. If this is also not correct, they will give grace marks. Okay. 4 2s 8 plus 3 4s 12, which is equal to 20. Okay, these are the 20 questions what we have discussed based on the concept of relations and functions. Okay. See, still if you have any doubts regarding these questions what we have solved now, you can ask. Otherwise what I will send in that PDF, in that also if you have any doubts you can ask. But after sending that PDF of the questions what you need to solve, after 15 to 20 minutes or after half an hour I will send the solutions also. Those you check, otherwise you can ask me, I will clarify you either through message or through call. Okay, thank you for watching. Thank you, have a nice day.